Usamos estampillas.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
Welcome to Violent People Radio. This is episode 11. This is Dan Rice, and I'm joined by Sam.
Dan, I'm gonna need a little bit more energy
That's
here.
a lot. Oh my god! Then you do it.
No. You got it.
I
got faith.
cancel it.
I'm just like
I'm keeping. If I'm hosting, this is all staying in,
Okay.
so that people know that you're cutting me off at my fucking legs here.
just dial it up a little bit. Also, we all sounded like shit last week, so let us know if it sounds like shit.
It doesn't
on
sound.
your end.
I'm gonna let you know. It didn't sound like shit of mine as I was doing it. It sounded like shit.
And then when you
later.
edited it, you did realize though.
I mean, what was I gonna do?
Yeah, what were you gonna do? I get that.
Because I
get
edited it, as you know, because we recorded a day early. It fucked me up, and I forgot about it until I logged on Discord, and you're like, "Hey, what time's the pod going up?" So I had to jump
was
on my
crazy.
computer, go to edit it, and I'm like, "Well, this sounds like shit, but what are you gonna do?"
So it's like I have the file. I have a version of this. If you had told me the whole 24 hours you had to tell me about this,
I didn't listen to it.
No.
I went to. I was gonna edit it. You said, "Hey, you don't gotta edit tonight. You can put it off." And that's what I did.
Wait, no.
Hey, I gotta. Why don't you just send it every single week? I don't understand that. Just let me hold on to it.
Because that's like a 15-20 minute upload period.
Is this
and I just
still the
don't have
intro?
that.
This is still the intro, and you
All right.
haven't been introduced yet.
Oh,
Hey.
sorry.
Welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 11. I have Sam, who always has my back with me. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Chris?
Hey, what's up?
And our special fourth host, Dr. Lariat. Oh, wait, Tanner's back. How you doing, Tanner?
I'm back. Jesus Christ. Is all that first part staying in?
I have no idea. I never know. I'll probably let you know when I find out at 4 a.m. it sounds like shit.
Please let it stay in. God damn, that was funny. I spit Baja Blast everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
But yeah, most successful, popular episode of the podcast ever last week.
Yep.
Was there like someone who wasn't on there that probably explains why it was so popular?
Yeah, I think y'all were, I know y'all really wanted to get Bix and Lanza on last week, so I think probably just
We had Bix on.
them.
Yeah, we had Bix on.
I heard Bix.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
I forgot that voice that Sam did. Yeah, I mean that. I'm sorry. I forgot that Bix took over Sam's body.
that Bix did.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
Bix.
yeah. I think. Yeah, that threw me for a loop last week when Bix appeared on the program. Yeah. Well, did you guys miss me?
You were definitely gone.
Yes. Yep. I felt your absence.
Okay. 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, so, what were you up to while you were gone?
I got COVID,
Great.
but before that, I went to Disney World, and then before
Did you go
that,
around the world?
did I what?
Go around the world? You
No,
wanna-
I did that. I did that last trip.
Mm.
I was actually just talking to Dan about the insane price of alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, this guy's always talking about how poor he is. Told me he spent $700 in one day on alcohol last year.
That was last year.
Different time.
It was a different time when they let me use credit cards.
But you were telling me the time that you had all your money, that you were doing better financially was under Trump. You said that was like you just kept talking about it.
Yeah, actually, dude. Speaking of Trump, man, some crazy stuff has happened since the last time I was on this program. Man.
Violent politics radio here.
Dude, I can't believe I was that close to finding out about a former president getting assassinated at fucking Disney World. That'd been crazy.
I got real concerned. I thought you were saying you were close to what happened. I was like, you shouldn't have been.
No.
Yeah, that was
That's suspicious.
interesting.
No, but it's so weird because recently, before this trip, I've been getting a lot of like, oh, this is what September 12th looked like at Magic Kingdom, like the day after 9/11, and I was like, man, that almost happened to me on this trip.
9/11 almost happened to you?
Assassinated to 9/11.
I think
If you would have heard how much he praised Trump before we were recording, that would be his 9/11.
As far as like global scale news in Florida, yeah, I think it would have been pretty fucking big news.
Florida Tanner's just different. Got it.
I think Florida is just different. I think that was the takeaway there.
Yeah, it's built different.
But I also went to SCI. That was cool. But y'all talked a lot about SCI last week.
How was your experience?
It was
shit.
Well, no,
TWE Arena sucks butt.
TWE. I like the TWE Arena.
Alright, cool.
I like how intimate it is. And how much like a old thrift store, like, because I do believe that's what it used to be.
You're saying in a positive way terrible things.
No.
Saying a wrestling venue is like an old thrift store, like that's actually a compliment.
It feels like an old thrift store.
It's like, remember when Ian was running shows out of like that building that looked like a former Piggly Wiggly? That was awesome.
I've been to a show at a Piggly Wiggly parking lot at Rock.
Shit, this might actually have been an old grocery store. Because the TWE Arena, for those that don't know, is in a strip mall in Red Bank, Tennessee. But no, before SCI, driving to Chattanooga, they have decided to completely revamp their interstate system. I've driven to Chattanooga dozens of times in my life. And it was by far the most hellacious driving experience I've ever had. I have had easier times driving through Atlanta and driving through New Orleans than I did Chattanooga, Tennessee. Because they have... Every interstate is a 2-lane road now. And because they are building so many overpasses and bridges that there's no room for anyone to drive. So to get from one side of Chattanooga to another usually would be like 15-20 minutes. Like from the restaurant we ate at to TWE Arena, legitimately like a 10-minute drive took 35 minutes. It was absolutely atrocious. But the actual the show was fun. I thought it was good. I've seen some varied takes on our Discord. I've heard universally that the audio sucked.
Yes.
On night one. Gotta tell you though, TWE Arena does not have good acoustics. Audio wasn't good in the building. So just I could understand what like Dan was saying during his final promo, or like the song Paul London was singing and stuff like that, but like it didn't sound good. Like it just, the building doesn't have good acoustics. So to hear that the audio sucks shit does not shock me at all. But I met several friends of the show. I sat by Bucky for most of the show, or Bucky sat by us for most of the show, so that was cool. I met Lucha John, everybody's favorite.
The GOAT.
Met Tim.
Did you line up Bucky's availability for the next Muscle Orchestra?
I shit
you
not. I shit you not. As we were leaving, Bucky was like, and like, because Bucky and I had been talking like, you know, the majority of the show. Bucky was like, we gotta find time to finish that draft. I was like, well, I'm going to Disney World, so I guess soon. But no, Bucky was an absolute delight.
Oh man, his only availability lined up with you going to Disney World.
Yeah, it was only available last week. Lucha John was the delight. Tim showed up to the show like 3/4 of the way through it, so I didn't really talk to him much. Because I kind of boot scoot and boogied right on out of there because we had a hotel in like southern Georgia to go to. Which I also hate. I didn't get to talk to Dan after his match because I didn't expect him to have like an all-timer gusher that he had to go backstage and clean up. So by the time he got done with that, but yeah, so I had to skedaddle out of there. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was cool. I like going to the TWE arena. I would probably make an effort to go to SCI again, especially if the field was better.
Yeah, you meet any other wrestlers? You meet Channing Thomas.
Sydney Bacabella.
I don't get the. I say I don't get it. I don't know if anybody likes it. The Channing Thomas stuff, like it.
Tim likes it. Tim likes it.
Well, Tim was also telling the Discord about this made up wrestler named TJ Crawford that I'm.
That universally loved.
Yeah, it was like everybody.
What a funny wrestler to go to bat for.
That's like Bill Thompson saying Joe Gacy top 5 in the world. Like you can't just say shit. Tim, you may post 4 or 5 episodes of a podcast a week, but you can't just go about spouting shit that no one's going to fact check you on because nobody's watching this shit. But no,
he did post a poll where only him and one other dude said that TJ was good.
Mm-hmm. It's probably Tim's alt. But no, I actually legitimately did not know who TJ Crawford was, and then I went back and checked that he wrestled at SCI Night against Manders in a match that was fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Disney World was cool, but I got COVID, so
I don't want to veer too closely into what have we been watching, but we're talking about watching wrestling in an old thrift store, Piggly Wiggly. Did anyone guys see that clip of the Indie Destination or not the Indie Ultimate X match going on?
No.
There's this company, Destination 6 Wrestling. They're out of Indiana or something, Illinois, and they apparently run Ultimate X matches all the time. But they run exclusively at an old church, and it looks fucking awesome. The announcer is at like the pulpit where the priest is. There's stained glass windows. There's a big ass organ. And now that's like one of my venues I want to hit, like Kurikan and Destination 6.
Do y'all remember that random chapel that Evolve ran? Like literally one fucking time. I could not tell you. It's like late era Evolve because I remember one of the like Tommy Inn versus Matt Riddle is the match in that building. I remember it had to be close to a SummerSlam weekend. But they ran inside a chapel and it had like stained glass windows. I do not understand why more companies don't do that. Churches are just willing to give you their building.
I've always wanted to go to a show in that one building that FIP and Style Battle ran. That
the greenhouse.
It was like January, and it was like 40 degrees in the building. It's where Everything Burns was.
Is that the one with all the trees? Am I getting that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like the fucking greenhouse.
No. It wasn't like a greenhouse though, because it had regular walls.
Oh, did it? Why do I remember that building having like clear see-through walls, like a greenhouse?
Now you said that's where Everything Burns was, but Everything Burns is still happening every year.
That's true.
Yeah, as we found out the last episode I was on.
Yeah, that's still going heavy.
Dude, I can't believe that. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. I have a Google Doc full of talking points. Let me go ahead and bust those out. But no, I mean, y'all talked about. Like I said, I only listened to about half of last week's episode, but I assume y'all talked about SCI pretty extensively, at least the Makabe stuff. I don't want to count this in what I've been watching because it feels too old. This is more of a trip experience. But, yeah, it was really fucking cool to see that live. When he came up after the tope and looked like he had been shot in the head, pretty fucking gnarly. And for that, I gotta salute you. Also, for not going out on your back in your retirement match, also a beast move. Gotta respect it. I think more wrestlers should do that. I think every wrestler should be allowed to win the retirement match.
if they're good.
Yeah, if I like you. Yeah, for sure. Muto, Sting, Cena, Makabe.
Jack Swagger told me that Sting not putting anyone over like Jericho.
Oh. Well, Jack Swagger probably also told you don't get vaccinated because it's going to make you autistic.
He tells me a lot of important things.
He's probably telling you a lot of stupid shit.
Oh man. What? You know what?
Man.
You just had COVID, so what does that say?
This how many times has everybody here had COVID?
At least twice. Possibly 3 times.
Dan, what about you? How many
I
times
only
have you had
tested
COVID?
positive for it once, but there's other times I might have had it, but I just take a test and went out
Okay,
in
Sam.
public.
Awesome. Sam?
I think twice. Definitely once. Probably twice.
Okay. This is my second time that I've had it because I get really bad tonsillitis, so I end up at the doctor like once a quarter anyways for like strep or tonsillitis. But this is the second time I've had COVID. It's just been very inconvenient times both times. Because the first time I had it was Christmas 2 years ago, 2022. And I missed we had a delayed Christmas and then yeah, I know. And then I had it my last day at Disney World. But I felt fine the next day. I felt fine on Saturday, which was actually the day I tested positive. I drove home for 6 of the 8.5 hours. It felt totally fine. But yeah. Yep.
Well, glad
You can't win them all.
Yeah. Well, I guess what have you been watching since none of that counts?
Oh, y'all are gonna be so fucking shocked. I have watched wrestling.
I'm already shocked.
In the last couple
Band
of
of
days.
Brothers.
I watched, and I know I've said some things on the. I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes I say things on this podcast that may be a tinge hyperbole.
You?
Yeah, I know.
I want timestamps.
I know, and it doesn't happen often. But I do believe at one point I said I'm not going to watch any more AEW this year. And yesterday,
You not only said it, you doubled and tripled down on it. Like you were adamant that you would not.
Yeah, I think I've said it multiple times. Yesterday, time was moving so slow, and I figured, well, when else would I do this? I watched MJF versus Will Ospreay.
I'm so mad about this.
Time was already moving slow for you, and you watched that match.
Hey, Ollie, I know this is short notice, but can you get on here? We're kicking somebody out.
I thought it would be because I knew nobody else here would watch it, and I assumed.
I watched it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I did not watch any other wrestling this week because I watched that match on Wednesday, and I decided that I fucking hate wrestling.
I have to say, it is such a dog shit match. It is what people are not being hard enough on. Of how imagine, I don't even know where to start with. Because you think a match. I will say, there's not really much downtime in this match. They are constantly doing shit. But for a match where they are constantly doing shit for 60 minutes to be this fucking soulless and heartless and boring and plotting and so fucking incomprehensible as a match concept truly blows my mind. I will go out on a limb and say if you like this match, you don't get wrestling. And it doesn't make sense. This is not what it is. and like even the commentary too. I usually don't have a qualm about the commentary. I thought the commentary team, which was Excalibur, Taz, and Tony Schiavone, who's usually a team I really, really like. And about 10 minutes into the match, they are commentating the match. Like, I mean, they're going a long distance with it. First of all, I don't understand why a mid-card title had a 60-minute time limit. That's whatever. I honestly don't care. But that doesn't make any fucking sense. But the commentary team was so bad and just kept putting over, oh, these two, like, prodigies and geniuses, and MJF is one of the smartest in the game, and blah, 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 blah. And, like, MJF watches his tape. And, like, I mean, if MJF hasn't seen fucking shit for wrestling. Like, he does not get the basic fundamentals of the sport. And it pisses me off so much that he has somehow tripped and fumbled his way into a prominent, big money-making position on national television that will one day be looked on as WCW giving Hogan the book. It's so egregiously stupid. Why he's the guy? It makes no sense. Ospreay, I get why people like Ospreay. For all the bad things you can say about Ospreay, at least he can sometimes veer into, okay, he's doing so much, it's at least entertaining to look at. Even if it's funny or bad entertaining, it's still entertaining.
He can do cool things in the ring. Like
I don't think Ospreay's a bad wrestler. He's just not for me. Like, he's just never going to be like a top contender guy for me. That's just because that's not the style I like. But I do not get what anyone can like about MJF. Even if you're like, well, it's not really about his in-ring, it's about his mic skill. Okay, he fucking sucks at talking. Like, he's so bad at it. Like, for a job that requires you to be athletically entertaining and to be a decent talker, he sucks shit at both. The only thing he is good at is getting on the fucking juice and, having, being in good shape now. Like, that's the only thing he's good at. And for that, I give him kudos. For not being a coward and getting on the fucking gas. But that's the only thing I can give him props for. This match fucking sucks shit. I thought, because I was like, okay, maybe people were being a little too harsh on it. No, people are not being harsh enough on this. This is probably the worst nationally broadcasted match in the history of the sport. I'm gonna say it's so fucking bad, and and just commentary is just so bad. Like, I mean, just talk about three guys with their fucking dicks in their hand for 60 minutes. I mean, good fucking God. It sucked.
And Chris, you loved it?
Oh yeah, I absolutely loved it. 7 3/4 stars is what I give it.
What did Meltzer go on in? I'm curious. 7?
I actually don't know. I do know that it's out of Infinity Stars.
Yes.
That's the only star.
So fun. That is.
He's the GOAT.
What is he cooking?
The GOAT.
What's he rocking with,
I saw where he gave AJ and Marufuji like 5.5. And I'm just like, are you telling me they just had the best match in Pro Wrestling Noah history?
I don't know we should veer into this, but I need to read this out loud. Deflation. A 4-star match from 20 years ago would be a 3.25 to 3.5 today. Dave,
that's a banner logic right there.
MJF versus Ospreay got 5 3/4.
Oh, that kind of means you hated it.
Incredible.
Oh yeah, so that means you didn't like it.
Yeah. that started out at 6 and he went down a quarter.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, out of Infinity, that's really bad.
When you think about it.
Yeah, 5 3/4 out of Infinity.
It was JR, I think somebody on Twitter was like, this is a great way to find out that he hates wrestling, and every day he's just like, one of these guys get 1,000 out of Infinity or something.
God,
no, 5 stars.
I'm trying to think. Could y'all? Chris and Sam. You can probably relate to this a little more than Dan, but Meltzer just completely throwing out the regard for like the only respectable thing he's ever contributed to the sport being his rating system, and just saying it's a load of dog shit. This would be like now if video game publications just started giving games 11s, but did it like once a month, and we're like, games look better, so they are better now. Just doesn't make fucking sense.
I want to interrupt for a split second. The video game thing's what you think I don't get. I thought you were saying I don't know about the history of Meltzer, and I was like, I got banned from the public library printer for printing off Observers. So don't tell me I don't know Meltzer.
No, I was going to make a specific example about like if Jeff Gerstmann just started like rating games using the old GameSpot like rating system.
Yeah, everything has a 10 out of 10 replayability.
Yeah, everything's replayable. 10. You replay anything you want. 10.
11 out of 10 fun factor, 11 out of 10 graphics.
Yeah, everything's more fun now because I'm an adult. Like, God, it's such...
You should never replay any old game.
Yeah, it's just such fucking...
Well, that I can agree with.
Don't you have a whole podcast dedicated to discussing
When we
old games?
record that, guys. What time? When is that?
I think in the next
August.
Or so.
It's August already.
Skylar has to get back.
Do you have anyone else returning from like the first episode?
No.
I wish.
Yeah, Chris is going to be there, and
okay.
Sam and myself.
All right.
We were all in the first episode.
Thought there was one more person, but who could tell?
No, I think it was just Sam doing another voice.
I'm really fucking good at that.
He's actually great at that. We found that out.
I will say, Sam did the Bix voice, and as somebody that has met Bix in real life, yeah.
Nice brag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Name dropping over here.
I've heard. I guess he has thousands of hours of audio, but I've heard the voice in real life. And,
He has 100 hours of audio this month.
Yeah. Well, goddamn, he did what? 90 with Lanza or some
my
shit.
God. That's the big top. Don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Are we inducting Joe Lanza into the?
Oh my god!
Oh, I gave away. I just gave away my big board. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, did you watch anything besides that, or that all you watched because wrestling's
yeah, I thought I was going to be the guy getting mad about that fucking match, which I actually am pushing back at there was like no downtime, like narrative. There was significant downtime every time it went to picture in picture. It was rest hold time. MJF's fucking Triple H bullshit. Is garbage. I hate.
I didn't watch the match, but they stroll through the crowd, and a little kid's chopping, right? Like that's downtime.
I guess by downtime, I mean, you know how like in an Iron Man, you'll always get like, the double clothesline and they're down for a long time.
Yeah.
You did get that in this match. They just weren't down for a long time. That's what I meant by downtime being literal, like, they're both just laying on the mat.
They're both selling.
Nothing. Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely plenty of stalling. Like, they were working, but they were stalling. Because like that narrative didn't make sense, because like, as like, say what you want about Ospreay, like in most of his matches he is going all the time, and this is probably, like, despite it being an hour, this like the least it seemed Ospreay is actually doing in a match I've seen from him this year. Because they have to drag it out so long, and that's like, why would you do that with Ospreay? It's just like, he could probably work an hour where he is just doing insane shit that doesn't make sense, but you have to do the boring shit that doesn't make sense that MJF wants to do, and
and then MJF also has to work on top for over half the match.
Yeah. And I don't want to because Tanner just ranted about it, and QT talked about it, and Ollie wrote a column about it, and we've had so much discourse about this fucking match already. But goddamn,
I'll say Violent People actually did a great job covering it to the point where I never even for a second thought about watching it. I was like, these guys got me covered.
You honestly shouldn't. But I did watch more wrestling than just that.
Wow, I'm glad. What else did you watch?
I watched the whole first night of the G1.
Well,
I haven't watched any G1 yet. I've heard Jake Lee is dog shit. Which, I mean, he is.
Yeah, like, is that surprising, or?
Chris, let me tell you, Jake Lee and Sonata from the first night, they go less than 5 minutes, so I have no complaints about Jake Lee. I am currently leading an investigation that Tetsuya Naito is dead, and they are weekend at burning him for the whole G1 tour. Talk about a husk of a human being. The match with Shingo Takagi, and like I know we just had this conversation about Shingo, like, with the match with Danielson. Shingo looked like fucking prime Tenryu in there compared to Naito. Holy fuck. Naito botched, I believe, 3 Destinos in the match. And I don't want to... I'm not going to get into spoil. I will say, for the most part...
fuck you. Say whatever you want. That's stupid.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I will say, for the most part, I found the first night of the G1 to actually be really fun. The Ocon Sabre Jr. match is fucking incredible. I think everybody here would get a really good kick out of it. And I really liked the Tsuji Takeshita match. But god damn, that Naito Shingo match, really, that and the Callum Newman and Shota match were so dog shit bad, it like left a bad taste in my mouth. Because usually every year I like to pick a tournament and watch every match from the tournament. Every tournament match from the tournament. Last year I did it with the Champion Carnival. I did it with a few N1s in a row. And this year, as in this morning, I decided, what if I did that with the G1? I'm going to have a lot of downtime. I'm going to be able to knock out these first couple of shows like pretty quick. And yeah, it'd be easy.
The N1 looks infinitely better.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'd say that.
I don't know if I'd say that,
No,
actually. I don't think that's correct.
Josh Briggs is in it.
Josh Briggs is in it. Also, another NXT guy I have never even fucking heard of.
That guy's like an Olympic wrestler. He might be fun. I've never seen him either. But...
but Oleg Boltin is in the G1.
That's true.
That is true.
But yeah, it was good. Like, watching it, I'm like, okay, this is like the David Finlay match was actually like shockingly good.
I was about to ask about that because that's like the most common thing I've heard about night one was that Yuya Uemura versus David Finlay was like the surprise of the night.
Yeah, it was probably my third favorite match of the night, but considering I don't like Finlay at all, and like Yuya really doesn't do much for me. I think he's fine, but he doesn't really do much for me. That match was shockingly good. And again, the Sonata Jake Lee match, it's like 4.5 minutes.
All right,
I do not think was bad.
You are not going to sell me on the Jaker.
I'm not trying to sell anybody on it, but let me tell you, you can't watch that show and tell me that's the worst match on that show when that Naito Shingo match and that Callum Shota match exists. Because holy fuck.
Are you sticking with it? You're going to watch every single match of the G1?
Ideally, I would like to watch and rank and do a write-up for the site.
I just can't imagine saying ideally I'd watch that many Evil matches, but...
Evil will be one of the better parts of the tournament.
That's right.
Yeah. Evil versus Gabe Kidd was also a lot of fun. I liked it. I thought it went a little long in the tooth, especially because the bell to bell is like 12 minutes, but they do like almost 10 minutes of like arena work before the bell rings, so they go like over 20.
Oh shit! I pulled up the N1 lineup. Did you know Go Shiozaki's in this?
Whoa!
He's going to Noah?
Yeah, they're bringing an outsider in the Noah. That's
Holy
pretty cool.
Fuck. Holy shit!
I don't know how he'll mix with these guys. He never gets to wrestle.
Yeah. I did see. Speaking of Noah wrestlers, that Manabu Soya got on that fucking good shit in the Discord. He's fucking ripped as hell now.
I thought you were saying he was in the Discord.
I wish.
I was like, holy shit, here
Also
we go.
cool.
But yeah, so yeah, ideally I watch and rank every G1 match and do a little write up for the site.
I love that for you, and I'm really sorry for you.
Yeah, so we're one night down.
One night down. You're
Also,
basically there.
The first 2 nights of the G1 are 10 block matches. There's not even anything you can fucking skip. So
I mean, there's singles matches here. You can.
oh no,
skip.
there are block matches I would skip, but I'm committed to the bit now.
Because yeah, I am planning on watching a good chunk of the G1, but I'm not watching some of this shit. I'm not watching the Jaker. You can't make me watch the Jaker.
You need to skip Callum Newman. He's doing
Yeah, he's
bad
just like
Will Ospreay cosplay.
yeah, he's just a shitty Ospreay.
His
Like,
finish is the fucking
the Os cutter, right?
springboard cutter thing. Yeah, like he does all the same shit, but 80% slower and 100% worse.
Yeah,
It's
he's
actually really impressive.
as far as fake Ospreys in New Japan, he's no Francesco Akira.
Francesco Akira, no, he's absolutely not.
Francesco
Yeah.
Akira, actually good wrestler.
It is so
The best
great.
fake Osprey.
Oh yeah, in New Japan, yes. It is because I am interested in this G1 just because there are so many young guys in it. I mean, you have the new Musketeers, you have Yuya, you have Takeshita in it, you have Bolton in it, and then you just have a guy like fucking Naito. Like, I get that he's the champ, but god damn, I think you would have a healthier lineup if you had fucking Tanahashi. Like, he looks so bad in the Shingo match. Like, I cannot overstate enough how bad he looks. Like, it was so... I was, fucking Squared Circle or whatever, or maybe it was the New Japan subreddit, got, like, on my, like, Reddit feed, and somebody was like, spoilers for the G1, and they were talking about Tetsuya Naito. I think today he actually wrestled Jake Lee, maybe, or maybe he wrestled Zack, I don't remember.
He wrestled Jake Lee.
Okay, yeah, he wrestled Jake Lee today, and they were like, man, even, with Jake's methodical pace, I'm like, well, that's not what I would call it, but they were like, Naito still looked like he was a step behind, and somebody was like, yeah, I think he needs 9 months off in stem cells. I said, I don't think that's going to do it. I think he needs to be brought back from death.
Damn, what we got going on here?
we just got Baba Booied.
No.
Now I'm gonna move off the G1 and say, if don't watch it, just read Brendan's coverage of the G1 on Violent People. And
That's true. Thank you,
yeah.
Brendan Durant, for your lovely article on the mid-tier G1 buildings.
Maybe my favorite piece we've ever had on the site.
It's very good.
It's
very
so
funny.
fucking good.
that's real. That's not some of Tanner's hyperbolic bullshit. Now, Sam, tell me you watched some better wrestling than all this.
I want to start with the match that is one of the worst matches I've seen in a long time.
Why do we all do this to ourselves? I can't
well,
wait to hear what I
was
watched
this-
too. That's
Why
really
was
bad.
this
Go
week
on.
the week?
Yeah, so I didn't watch Ospreay versus MJF because everything about that match seemed like, oh, that seems repulsive. Why would one do that to themselves willingly?
Yeah,
So
you
I
haven't even watched like good matches from AEW this year.
Exactly. Stinger's retirement, not happening.
What?
Formerly known as Always Barry Tanner's voting period comes into play. So I watched Mustafa Ali versus Mike Bailey from Slammiversary this past weekend. It is a horrendous match. And I wanted to watch some of Ali's comeback because I have not watched a ton, and I was like, hey, he used to be really good. Mike Bailey also used to be really good. This seems like a good... it's a big show for TNA. This is 4,000 people in the building, one of the best attended shows in years. This will be kind of a great entryway back to seeing, oh, these two guys, they got it. And I don't think I was prepared for like the level of which they do not, in fact, have it. From just like it being completely meaningless dribble from the get-go. Nothing has real impact. There are too many cutesy moments. But even then, it's just like a bad match. It goes into kind of another territory when we kind of get towards the finishing run, where I'm going to do a spoiler here that if you're interested in watching this match because of how bad it is, be like, you know what? Like, let's see what this MGF versus Ospreay competitor has in store. Skip ahead, I don't know, 2 minutes. There's 2 reveals towards the end of this match. One, Trent Seven is here. Mustafa Ali also has like these guards at ringside.
Secret Service, I believe.
Yes, I do believe. Some of them are masked up, others just are in suits. It's very confusing of what the kind of background of these guards are.
Well,
anyway,
half the Secret Service has to be Lucha.
There you go. Bingo. Anyway, Trent Seven, Luchador, takes the mask off after interfering. His segment lasts all of like 15 seconds. So, one, meaningless garbage. Also, dumb as shit. And then the finish is predicated on the return of Earl Hebner.
What? Oh, hell yeah!
What?
Oh, you haven't heard this? This
Redeeming
is good
himself
shit.
for the Montreal Screwdrop, which is the canon story that commentary lays out. Mustafa Ali calls Earl Hebner from the back to be like, but there's a ref bump in here. You have to assume that at this point. Ref bump. Mustafa Ali says, Earl, get back here. I need a ref. Earl, gingerly walking down to the ring, and it just says, I'm not gonna help you. I don't know why he came when Ali said, come on in here, brother. But he came when called and decided not to help him. And boom, he has rectified the decision she made with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Now, I didn't watch this, but he like goes back and forth on it. Like he's like, like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. He's like, do I call for the bell? Do I not? Like he can't decide. And that's just good shit in 2024.
Yeah. And I was like, this happens in Montreal. Also, the finish is a sharpshooter that is both not called and called. It's terrible. It's like the actual wrestling is bad too. Like from just nothing has stakes. Everything feels light. These two really just don't know how to put together a match somehow after all these years. Something broke in their brains. So that's one of the matches I watched.
I'm convinced Ali is not a good wrestler. And that's
I don't think
somebody that's watched 3 of his matches this year.
Hey, look, Ali did a great job on the show last week. We shouldn't.
Got him. Pseudonym joke for everyone out there.
Can I actually ask a question real quick about Ali? Did y'all know that Ali was British?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I was like, Mustafa Ali is not British. So, yes. Why?
That threw me for a fucking loop when I started listening to the show last week.
I will say I knew he was European. I didn't know he was specifically British until...
I just assume with how often we talk shit on the British, I assume everybody from another country in the server is Canadian unless stated otherwise.
Well, and that's the case, but what are you gonna do?
I know, I don't.
No, we have several British people.
Couldn't name one of them.
Ali.
Yes, there you go. There you go. The good matches I watched this week, I'm not gonna dig too deep into. But Tiger Mask versus Tenryu from Real Japan Pro Wrestling, March 2010.
Hell yeah, that match fucking rocks.
That match fucking rocks. It's great. Everyone should go watch it.
That's two goats.
That's 2 goats. I don't know. People want to talk shit about Tiger Mask. Sorry, guys. Tiger Mask is great.
Tiger Mask is great. I'm glad we're on the same page with this.
Yeah.
People want to talk shit about the Dynamite Kid series, but you know what? Those aren't bad. I've watched bad wrestling. I've watched Ali versus Bailey here. Those matches are, and sometimes good even. So, yeah. Tiger Mask. What?
Can I? This is just came to me because 3 of us have watched probably arguably the worst match they'll watch all year this week. Should we have a worst something category for the FKAA BTs this year?
No, I don't want to. I didn't want to talk about the match that I did watch. I feel like I've got. I said on Twitter, like, hey, everyone, we don't have to watch bad wrestling. You can avoid it.
That is true.
Stop doing it.
Well, but now, as professional podcasters, do you think we have a duty to our listeners to talk about the bad?
I've let better people down than our listeners, so
There we go. Thank you, thank you, Dan.
All
Thank you,
right.
Dan.
I don't think there's anyone better than our listeners.
No.
That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Oh my god. Here we go.
VPR.
We all know these guys are a bunch of fucking weirdos, but
Bunch of hot doggers.
Oh, god damn.
did you watch War?
That match was great.
Can I talk about the terrible match I watched?
You watched a terrible match too?
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you this lineup, and then you guys are gonna mock me for even putting it on. Ricky Shane Page and Vincent Nothing
Idiot.
versus Gregory Iron and Zach Thomas. And here's why.
Well, no,
Here's
you know
why.
what? You have to watch.
Here's
that.
why.
That's some AIW shit, right?
I was
saw-
gonna say, is that the Absolution main event?
No, I saw there's a 4-4-0 split. Like they're doing the NWA Wolfpack versus Hollywood. It's yellow versus blue. And I didn't believe it. I thought it was like a Photoshop. That's like an actual feud they're running. It's Ricky and Vincent and Alice Crowley versus the Kogars and Zach Thomas and Greg Iron. Just the best of the best. And so I put that match on to confirm that this was a real life thing, and it is.
Wow, I did not realize that coming out of COVID, Vincent Nothing's back.
Oh, he's back. I'm about to say better
He's-
than ever. That's just not accurate. But he's back.
Is he okay?
Of all the guys I listed, he's probably the best.
You probably, yeah.
Like he was the workhorse of that match.
God, that fucking rocks.
But I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? But I actually do really appreciate that the old 440 shirts were green, and now there's a blue and a yellow. Like, you know that Ricky wrote that down on paper and was like, I got it.
Yeah, Ricky was definitely in a Denny's at 2 a.m. one night,
Yes.
and he said, dude, one day when we do the split, and we're selling out every mid-major arena in the greater central Ohio area.
That's,
Hey,
First off,
That's
this
why-
match took place in Illinois, by the way. In like fucking
What?
in Berwyn.
You
Yeah.
gotta be shitting my dick here.
No.
wait.
Half these guys aren't welcome in Ohio anymore.
Did Freelance run it?
It's Ruthless Pro Wrestling. I don't know what it
Who
is.
the fuck is Ricky?
Now-
Is that Ricky's promotion?
No, I was saying, do you know Ricky has a promotion? I think it's RCW. I don't remember what that stands for, but it's behind a Patreon wall. And if you are in the Patreon, you are not allowed to film the matches, and the matches that get put up there, you cannot share them or critique them, or you're kicked out of the Patreon.
Hold on.
oh my god.
I swear to God, that's true. He started that. I mean, I don't know if it's still going on, but he started that a few years ago. He brought back like Alex Daniels, and he has like all these assholes, like Zach Thomas.
I was gonna say, he's got.
I have an
I'm pretty
idea
sure he's
for
got the
Violent
book for
People Pro
Beyond.
Does he really? I know he had it for Circle 6, but now AJ Gray has
Yeah, I'm
it.
pretty sure he has the book for Beyond.
That's beautiful.
Dude, that fucking rocks. Oh my god, what's Drew doing?
Making sandwiches.
Now,
Hell no.
Ricky's finished with that came out this week. He's finished with MLW. They're gonna carry on somehow.
No, are they
Outside of
losing
court,
TV
you know?
over this? Goddamn.
Probably. You've got
Ugh.
to put that up with like CM Punk leaving AEW and going to WWE with.
Well, I've always
like the
called
big-
Ricky Shane Page the CM Punk of Major League Wrestling. I've always said that. I'm on record saying that several
The voice of the voiceless.
You know what? They're
Yeah.
both like really fucking full of themselves, but one of them did something.
Yeah, they're both really fucking full of themselves, and one of them arguably earned it.
Like Ricky, I mean, I used to be a Ricky fan. Like, I'm not gonna sit here in front. Like, there's, I've been the time in my life where I'm like, oh, Ricky's wrestling. He's always thought that like he's like the biggest vet. You know what I mean? Like he's like
Yeah.
he's just, I'll teach all these guys how to really work.
Yeah, I've enjoyed Ricky Shane Page on occasion. Like the Nick Gage match during like COVID like crazy overbooked match, but like it's really fun.
But he's no Greg Iron.
I think anybody could have a good match with Nick Gage.
Anyway, this show also is Schlock versus Eric Dillinger, so gotta get down on that. Also, this like the way you framed it, I assumed like this was a big match. This is like the second match on the card, so like,
No.
it's not even the opener.
No. It was just I literally went to IWTV and I searched for Ricky Shane Page because I wanted to see like is Yellow versus Blue really a feud that's happening, and that was the first thing that popped up. It happened Saturday.
Dude, you might be the first and only person that wasn't Ricky Shane Page to search Ricky Shane Page on IWTV.
No, because he does have like 7 like really weird hanger-on fans that like are super into RSP. So like I really thought maybe they were wish casting it. They're like they should be booking a Yellow versus Blue.
Wow. Man, I would love to meet these 7 individuals that live in Columbus.
Did you watch any good wrestling?
I don't think anybody did.
I watched. So yesterday, I eventually decided that I could watch wrestling again, and I watched the Lucha Meme show from the middle of June that has the Freelance and Virus versus Petty and Mystico tag, and that's a really great match. I won't go into detail because Sam's already talked about it, but that's really fun.
I think it's been brought up in 3 of the 11 episodes, and it's really good. You should watch it.
The tag match that opens that show I thought was really fun too. But that was good wrestling to watch. That I watched.
I promise. I watched women's wrestling match, Jordan Grace versus Hashimoto, and I promised Tim that I would talk about it. And I was so excited when it started because that first minute's rough, and I was like, haha, I can't wait to fucking rip these girls apart. No, it was actually a good match. It was great. Hashimoto rules, and Grace has like a really funny voice, and it's really funny in Japan where they're quiet and it echoes. So like, check it out. Like, they kill each other. They power bombs, lariats. It would be, yeah. I mean, on a good show, it would be like the 4th best match. So like, check it out. I'm kidding. Actually, a very, very good match. People should actually watch it. But like, Jordan Grace is in there with Hashimoto, who is actually like a good wrestler. So I don't really know what that means.
Where does that take place?
Sendai Girls.
Okay.
That's why I can call them girls, so it's not disrespectful.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's a loophole.
Do you think that was better or worse than the Slammiversary match she had with Ash by Elegance?
It's tough to say because I'm not sure that other one even took place. There's no way to know.
Come on, you gotta respect Ash by Elegance. Everyone loves Ash by Elegance.
Who is Ash by Elegance?
Oh my God.
That's the former Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke, who's definitely watched, who Dolph has definitely forced to watch Ricky Shane Page wrestle.
God damn, that fucking rocks.
That rocks.
Hey, anyone following Nick Nemeth on Twitter? He's been being real fucking normal lately. He's being real normal and good. People should check it out.
I was on TikTok and I saw some, I'm just gonna say, political post. And I was scanning through the pictures, and this was not from a wrestling account. This was not from, it had nothing to do with wrestling. But in every single Instagram post that they had screenshotted, it said, Nick Nemeth and others you follow like this post. I went, huh. Wow, they're just like full on batshit crazy. So yeah, he's
the same weekend he won the TNA title, I believe. He's having a meltdown over Biden.
Yeah.
He makes a tweet that says, well, I'm going to start talking about politics again, just so you know.
Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Sam, is that the energy you wanted me to bring earlier?
Sorry, I'm the only fan of free speech in this call.
You've made that abundantly clear on several occasions, buddy.
Can I mention some other good wrestling matches I watched this week? 'Cause I watched actually a lot of good wrestling.
Oh yeah. That's not usually what the podcast is about, but go ahead.
Yeah. Commando Negro versus Freelance from October 2010. Also with
okay,
that match rules. Is that like a match versus match match? What is that?
Yeah, match versus hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely watch it. It's fantastic. Pairing that with Tiger Masters 10 Room. I guarantee you folks have not watched enough wrestling to the point where you can avoid finding great wrestling to watch instead of Ospreay versus MJF. Like, Chris probably has. Tanner, though, don't trust. So
no, I haven't. I have.
Yeah.
So my excuse was it was a group call, so I had other people to like suffer through it with me.
It was not bad.
And I was interested because Mercedes was wrestling later on that card, and like I was kind of interested in seeing what they were going to do with Swerve versus Okada, but I could not watch those matches because my night was ruined.
I couldn't even tell you if those matches ended up actually happening because I've heard nothing else from last week's Dynamite outside of Ospreay MJF. Like, I don't even know if Sasha Nyla happened.
I heard it was Mercedes' worst match back.
Like in AEW? Because, I mean...
Yeah.
She's only had, 3 matches? And they've all been,
Well, she had a match with Sky Blue that people said was, surprisingly good. It was better than the average Sky Blue match.
Okay, Chris, you're not really selling.
I mean, I didn't watch it. I'm repeating what I've said, I've heard.
You should have Sky Blue.
There's a lot of great wrestling on the internet.
They should be on 440 or yellow. Blue on yellow, that's good. I watched some.
She's
good
from Illinois.
I watched a good wrestling match.
Was it?
Most of those motherfuckers aren't even from the 440 either. Oh, I like the sound of that. No,
I'm telling Tanner to open up the sheet. I need to get some Hoots of the Year in. I got Drake Younger versus Jimmy Lloyd to get in there from X Brand.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I've been awesome.
I have been sitting on complimenting 2024 Drake Younger because I don't want to get arrested.
We've gotten deep enough in the show. No one's gonna hear this, good. It's totally not problematic when I do it.
Yeah, Dan, let him fly.
Drake Younger, let him cook. All I'm saying, in the wrestling ring, he's still got it. He's got not much to live for anymore. As long as Donald Trump does not become president again, I think he's got a real career in this.
Dude, I think if Donald Trump becomes president again, I think he's going to be fucking Secretary of Defense.
No, yeah, I was watching and I was like, oh man, he's already so good this year. Imagine if he falls off the wagon. It's going to get fucking great.
God damn.
Also, Demus versus Super Pinocchio.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Lucha Libre Boom. From June of this year. Fucking rocks. Super Pinocchio. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Apologies. So we're just going to go Super Pinocchio.
He's just like fucking Pinocchio.
Yeah, yes. I'm pretty sure it's Super Pinocchio.
Yeah. It's great. I
hope it's Pinocchio just to fuck with Sam.
It's spelled like Pinocchio, which I'm not...
I hope it's Pinocchio then.
Pinocchio. But no, it's so fun because that guy does not have a cage match. 1, rocks. 2, because of that, I can't look up anything else he's done. So him bleeding buckets, can't tell if he's ever done that before or / he's accustomed to doing that. But Demus, he's whipping chairs.
Now he has another match with Demus, which is really good. I think it's the only other Pinocchio match I've seen.
That rocks. Okay.
Yeah, he does not even have a Lucha DB page.
He has a Lucha Wiki page, but it has no info. Just an image, pretty much.
Why don't one of y'all ask Cubs who the fuck that guy is then?
It's from 2018. He wrestled Demus. Not as good as this last one, but...
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Because I watched that match and immediately was like, show me some more fucking Pinocchio when I YouTubed it, and there's not a lot. And then some real Pinocchio stuff comes up.
Damn sheets. I need to get in there. We have matches to add.
I will make the sheet this week.
Thank you.
For the award.
If he has time between watching the G1.
It has been a good year for wrestling, I think. Sorry to tell people.
Yeah, no, I think it actually has too. I mean, I know we have just spent the last 35 minutes all shitting on matches from this year, actually just from the last week. But it's pretty safe to say
you're not selling me on it, Tanner.
Pretty safe to say I think this is easily the strongest year in 6 or 7. Probably.
The top stuff is so good that I almost wish that like Daemoose Mad Dog happened last year. Like I was like, that's gonna be match of the year. So like I almost was like everything else right underneath it though is so strong that I would love if there was more competition. But now it's like everyone's fighting for that number 2 spot.
Well, yeah, it's.
But they were doing top 10.
Yeah, I understand. I'm familiar.
I really love
Format.
Makabu. Where do y'all sit on?
Oh, you like the live match that you were at?
Yeah, I know, shocker. I mean, but where do people sit on that match on tape? I mean, I can't imagine. I haven't watched the tape version yet.
It's good. We're not going to talk about it. I watched.
Okay, it's fine.
I watched one more thing I want to talk about as well. Also good, and I can only find one person on the internet talking about it. It's Henry from our Discord. It's Apollo, Miguel Perez, Ricky Banderas, and Savio Vega versus Manu, Pedro Portillo III, Romeo, and Romeo something. Can't pronounce it, Spanish. It's 4 versus 4, like war game rules, but then it weirdly becomes like 5 versus 5, but it's mostly just like Savio and Miguel and Banderas and Apollo, like the veterans, like the legends, just beating the shit out of all these young guys. And it rules. It's like, it's chaos and it's chaotic. You know, you're gonna want blood, and there's not a lot of blood. But it's just like, it's just the war games format really works for it, because it's just like a lot of these guys can't move very well. But then right when they seem like they're gonna get winded, it's 10, 9, 8. Next guy comes out, and it was a fucking blast. And I was like, why aren't people talking about this? And you try to look it up on Twitter or the Discord. He's the only guy ever mentioned it, but it's great.
I'll have to watch. Can we make a rule this year for the award show doc? If the match is on YouTube or another video player service, can we link it?
No.
So
Do the
people
fucking
don't-
work.
I'm
so
actually going to try to
people-
suppress some of my videos that to get them taken off of
Oh.
Google.
Hey, you know what? Never mind.
Just start fucking typing this shit out in code.
I'll link to a different match. No, I'll do that shit when we had the stream and we thought we were watching like a fake video game match.
You mean the match I'm still not convinced wasn't
Yeah.
AI?
After I watch a match, I am going to put like DMCA requests against every
Good.
place
Get that
I can
shit
find
taken
that.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Joseph
my
wonders
God.
why his 6.995 video.
I haven't got any work done. That guy's got to stop putting it back up. Dying over here. I'm so tired of people talking about all
That's
Japan.
just fucking crazy. That's like, oh, we own this footage. Yeah, we haven't done anything with it in 30 years. Why?
Oh man! As a guy who spends like so much time on YouTube, I hate every single fucking person that uploads video game matches. I'm constantly like, oh, this happened? No, it fucking didn't.
Dude, that's my favorite type of YouTube video, especially when the thumbnail is like Photoshop of Unreal.
It's not the
Yeah,
fucking video
it's
game. It's always
awesome.
Photoshop.
Yeah, I love the Chris Benoit returned Raw after WrestleMania.
Chris will know this more than me. Lucha's so hard to find.
For weeks.
And so like you think you'll find this cool Lucha match that hasn't gone up anywhere, and you're like, no, you didn't.
Oh, it's so good.
Or you got Moss Lucha. They'll like randomly premiere a show that happened 3 years ago, and they'll act like it's happening live, and then they'll call if LA Park is on one side of a 6-man and Roosh is on the other, they'll call it LA Park versus Roosh just to fuck with you.
I just don't like it how promotions won't put dates and years in their description. Especially fucking Drew. Like, come the fuck on. I mean, I'm not watching Beyond on YouTube. I haven't in fucking years. But, like...
I know who's watching Beyond on YouTube.
Like, get the fuck over yourself. Like, when I was uploading Twitch VODs to YouTube, I would put the date of the live stream in the description. It's the courteous fucking thing to do. It takes 6 goddamn seconds. They're like, well, the show name's in it. Okay, motherfucker. I don't know when the show was.
I can confirm he's still not putting dates, because we got free match, Miracle Generation versus Shook Crew, Beyond Wrestling, WWE, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, Tag Team. And then the description, you have the full card for that show, but no show, but no, the show name, but no date.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Who needs it?
Nobody's watching that on YouTube. How many views I got, Dan?
352.
How long has it been uploaded?
6 hours ago, though. That actually is doing really fucking good numbers.
Those bots.
Everything he's uploaded in the last 2 weeks has at least 1,000 views.
But
Who?
Beyond Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I watched one of those Destination X matches or Ultimate X matches I was talking about, Destination 6. It had 0 views. I was the first guy to watch it. I swear to God.
But how are they not tagging their videos correctly? Backyard Destination X Ultimate X match should get 1 million views.
Yeah, WWE, TNA, SmackDown, Raw.
Yeah, TLC 2012.
Jeff Hardy.
There used to be a backyard promotion that would just do nothing but TLC matches, and every single video they always had was like TLC pay-per-view random. But it'd just be like 7 or 8 guys in the back, like in between 2 houses, just fucking around.
So it looks like Drew's somewhat cooled it with the thumbnails, but a lot of these are still pretty questionable.
I don't know if he has, because I'm still subscribed to Beyond Wrestling's YouTube channel, and sometimes it'll be like 7 a.m. in the morning and a new video will go up, and there's just full ass cheek on the thumbnail. I'm like, okay, Drew.
Yeah, that one probably has 10,000 views.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the most viewed video on that channel is still like a match that says like
John Silver takes his frustrations out on Jordan Grace.
Yeah,
116 million views.
Yeah, dude, they fucking love that in
Oh my god,
Europe.
Oh my god, I should not have searched by popular. These thumbnails are gross.
Yeah, no, it's like,
dude, yeah, we can't. Big Top?
Big Top.
Okay. I'm host, but I don't even fucking know what's going on at Big Top. We're doing Violent People Hall of Fame.
Everyone in the Hall of Fame.
Oh shit, wait, Big Top, real fast.
Yeah!
And the world's gonna know your name.
We're gonna do a snake draft. Everyone's gonna induct 5 people into the Violent People Hall of Fame, and then I think the plan is, correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, the fans, the listeners, the sickos, as Tony Khan calls them, will vote on the top 10, and whoever has the least amount of wrestlers on the top 10 kicked off the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or there's some punishment. There's some punishment, but I don't remember what it is.
This was my idea. So we're gonna snake draft 5 wrestlers each for a total of 20. We are then going to push out this ballot of 20 wrestlers to the Discord on Twitter, to our listeners, and then the 10 wrestlers with the most amount of votes will officially make it into the VPR Hall of Fame. And we plan on doing this, I don't know, quarterly, every 6 months,
every 2 episodes,
maybe. What'd you say?
I said every 2 episodes.
Every other episode, yeah, we're gonna do this. I actually have a suggestion for the wrestlers that don't make it. I think if for those 10 wrestlers that don't make it, I don't think we should be able to pick them for 2 drafts.
I love it.
So they're in, like, so the 10 that don't make it this draft couldn't be drafted next draft or the draft after that. But the draft after that, they'd be eligible again. Essentially, they would have like 2 Hall of Fame drafts of ineligibility.
Okay. And I'm looking at this Hall of Fame draft doc. Is this Chris? Did you put this in the Discord?
Yes.
How'd you come? First off, number 1, how'd you come up with this order?
Randomizer.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I'm at the end, so that seems a little targeted. But it goes Sam, Chris, Tanner, and then me. So do you guys want to just jump into it? Sam, you got your big board ready?
Yep.
Yeah. I got sorry, I actually don't have the big board up. Sorry. I need like 2 seconds to pull it.
Okay, there is a clock.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it though.
Oh, do we have a clock? Where are we putting that?
I can see it.
Have you started it?
I started it a minute before you had to pick.
Oh, I can't even edit it.
No, yeah, you can't edit it here. Only Chris can.
Number 1 pick, Terry Funk.
God damn it.
Terry Funk is pretty much a number 1, a first ballot Hall of Famer any way you look at it.
I would say we discussed different criteria. It doesn't matter. He's number 1.
Yes, yeah. We said, what are we looking for here? Like, what kind of Hall of Fame is this? It's a Black People Hall of Fame. And Terry Funk checks every single box all the way through. Greatest of all time? Who knows?
Some say.
Chris, that's you.
Yes, sir, it is. I think I'm going with Antonio Inoki.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
Not on my
okay.
list. That's good.
Oh yeah.
That's a great.
Now I will say you can tell. Chris said he does not have anything written down. You can tell by that long pause for his very first pick.
Well, my first pick was going to be Terry Funk.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I assume most of us kind of.
Yeah, he was my
Adam.
number one overall.
But yeah, I've got to go with Antonio Inoki. I mean, what, like, one of the forefathers of wrestling. Period. Not just in Japan. One of the absolute goats. Incredible at just murdering people and also going over, baby. Like he's the god. Like Inokiism kind of got played out for a while, like after that span of the 2010s, but you know what? He's still a fucking great wrestler with just an insane influence on pro wrestling in general.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
That's great. Tanner, your number one pick?
So I want to just preface. I know the answer to this, but we are just picking singular wrestlers. We can't say we can pick a tag team as one pick.
No
correct?
way. No way.
Okay.
Single wrestlers.
Okay. I also thought the case. Well, I think because this is a violent people
fuck.
Hall of Fame.
He's
You got to go Jay Briscoe.
He's who I had number one right now. Fuck.
I mean,
It's an easy pick. It's great.
Literally in the podcast intro, the reason for the season, as in the name, also Simon, but Simon's ineligible for this Hall of Fame. But yeah,
That's actually not true, but
Yeah, we
Was it
didn't
not Simon? That's
well, no, he's not ineligible.
Oh, I guess he's not in. I guess.
I wouldn't make the pick, but
not in round one. That's too early. That's too early.
round wood too early for handwork. But no. Yeah, it has to be Jay Briscoe. I mean, also just from an in-ring perspective, maybe one half of the best tag team of all time. One of the greatest independent wrestlers that will have ever done this shit by the time everything's over and done with. Just so fucking good. And yeah, I mean, again, the name of the show. Gotta go, Jay.
That's me. I go back to back here, right? Snake draft.
Yep, Snake Draft.
So I can think out loud a little bit. I mean, it is a violent people draft. So, like, I might normally go with a Danielson or a Bockwinkel or a David Starr. But
Yeah.
I think in this certain draft...
I love how Dan says I can think out loud. It's still round one. People can still take your picks.
You're going to take all three of those? You're going to steal David
Yeah.
Starr, Bockwinkel, and Danielson?
Yeah.
All right, I want Onita. And
Oh no, I was stealing David Starr.
No, give me Onita and then Necro Butcher.
Oh, okay.
that's a hell of a 1-2 punch.
Yeah,
Those are violent motherfuckers.
True.
That's true. Should we say, is there something for the fourth place loser, or is there a reward for the first place winner?
No, I think there's a punishment for sure. I think Chris said that all the winners get to pick a match, and that person has to watch them and review them, and I love that.
Can we limit the time on those?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Like-
I'm not gonna watch 60 minutes of Osprey.
Yeah, we're not suggesting. 20 minutes.
Perfect.
Probably fair for those matches.
Yeah, I'll agree with
okay.
that.
Okay.
I said feet picks, which didn't seem to take up. So.
I got a lot of those online already, though, so it's like there's no risk.
And Sam
risk,
also just
okay.
does that because every picture Sam takes, his foot's in it somehow. It's actually kind of miraculous.
Just trying to.
I have seen
Out the
Sam's
middleman
feet
here.
more than
For
anyone else's
free.
in my life.
He does it for free.
Yeah.
Wait,
for
you
free.
guys aren't paying him? I pay every episode to be on.
Yeah, Dan's actually secretly funding the site by paying for his appearance.
It's like, you guys just listen to me talk about how I don't like women's wrestling, please.
So my next pick, I want to go with somebody that I think a lot of people in our community have a lot of respect for. Now, I may say his name and you don't think that he is the most violent wrestler, but as far as just being that motherfucking guy, you got to go John Cena.
Okay, that intro, I thought it was me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Until you said wrestler, I was like, here we
pick.
go. I thought you were going here.
Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, just a guy that...
Too much Make-A-Wish bullshit. That ain't violent.
Yeah, you know what, Dan? Sure. You know what, Dan? You win.
Thank you. I actually will say right now, you have probably the two nicest guys on here. I don't know, Terry Funk's probably nice too, but I don't trust Onika.
What are you saying, man?
I might have drank too much before this episode.
Dan actually wants the Amiga, the gaming system, the Amiga, as his next pick.
I was gonna go star than that, but yeah.
Oh.
All right, Chris, you're up.
All right, my next pick, I'm definitely going for, like, thinking specifically violence. Like, last round I went for a legend, more like MMA influenced stuff as well with that technical wrestling. I have to go for a motherfucker that's seeing a lot of violence, and I'm going for Black Terry.
Hell yeah.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick. Great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick. It may hurt you, just like General Lucha is hurt, but should absolutely be in.
What do you mean General Lucha?
No, Tanner's trying to play the game here. He's trying to be like, John Cena's going to get clicks on Twitter.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying as far as picks go, yes. But I mean, Black Terry obviously deserves to be in. My next pick is very likely to be a Lucha guy.
It's going to be Hulk Hogan. You called
My favorite Lucha.
You called him a good politics guy earlier.
Oh yeah. My next pick is the guy who I thought gave the best speech at the RNC.
Oh shoot! I forgot this is. Now I have two picks here.
You got two picks.
That sucks. Okay, that's too much pressure.
We can skip you.
No.
Oh,
well, I'll take the picks.
Trying to help you out here.
Yeah. Let's start with the first one here. Easy one. Yuki Ishikawa. That's
easy.
Gotta get him off the board. Like, not sure how John Cena got off the board first, but here we are.
Probably more violent.
I think that's a ridiculous statement.
We'll see who gets more votes.
This is one of the... I think everyone here is one of the greatest wrestlers ever so far. These first 8, all of them, some of the greatest wrestlers ever. I think Yuki Ishikawa, a master of his style. And I think took it to unique heights. There was someone else I had him play for the spot, but I felt like he was maybe slightly more representative of violent people at the end of the day. This next one's tough because like there are gaps in the resume here I want to fill, but I feel if I don't go with this wrestler, I'm gonna be upset. So let's go to LA Park.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Thought about him instead of Black Terry.
Yep. That's a great pick, Sam.
One of the more violent luchadors of the modern era.
You remember when he made Hammerstone run like a little bitch?
Coward!
That was cool shit.
Has Court Bauer wrapped around his little fucking finger for a long ass time. So, just like, what can't the man do? I love him. He's had to have him on the team. Glad to have him join the Funker and Ishikawa.
All right, Chris, you're up.
All right, I've got a legend from Japan. Got a legend from Mexico. I've got to go with a legend from the United States now, and I'm going New Jack.
Yeah.
He's got to be on everyone's list.
Yeah.
Like
he's on the board. That's for sure.
Like one of just the craziest wrestlers to ever watch. An insane promo. Just the aura and the mythology around New Jack is undeniable.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I don't mean this in any insulting way, but the next wrestler we have up has actually caused some physical trauma to one of our own.
Oof.
In this call today. And I think for that reason alone, that is enough to get him nominated. I have to go Damon.
I thought this was going to get really dark for a second.
Just absolutely the baddest motherfucker under 5'2" alive, for my money. And again, I wish Sam didn't get caught in the crossfire. I wish Sam would have put up his hands. I wish Sam would have defended himself. But that was then and this is now. And
R.I.P. Sam.
yeah, and yeah, absolutely. And by the way, thank you, Bix, for being here in Sam's place. But just absolute fucking demon mode. Love you, Damoose. Rest in peace, Sam.
Back to me for another back-to-back. Now you're saying demon mode. What? There was that Angel Demino who threw that concrete brick at that guy.
Angel O Demonio?
Yeah.
The GOAT?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, King?
Is he dead?
You up?
Yeah, he died from COVID.
Oh, I thought you
He
were
was
saying
one of the...
concrete brick from the other guy. I was like, payback.
He died like around the same time that Ovet died.
Oh shit. R.I.P. Well, if he's losing the Grim Reaper, I'm not choosing him. I'm gonna go with Ian Rotten. Stay on brand.
Shit!
That's a great
Hell
fucking
yeah.
pick. Great fucking pick.
And then I'm gonna go with Megumi Kudo.
The woman response.
Alright.
Yeah,
All right.
Just because I say
Okay.
women's wrestling sucks now doesn't mean I thought it sucked 20 years ago, and she's fucking great.
And
she's violent.
Crazy.
And plus all those freaks are gonna vote for her, you know what I mean?
Talk about somebody fucking pandering.
Oh
Jesus
my
fucking
God.
Christ. Megumi
That
Kudo.
rocks.
I didn't even
Oh my
know.
god, I cannot wait till Hashimoto's in your top 5, like you guaranteed.
I didn't guarantee
You
nothing.
basically guaranteed it, then you named 14 men you liked better.
I don't.
Let's go on. Alright, Tanner, you're on, make your pick.
Oh man. Well, I'm actually shocked we've gotten this far without him being nominated. Despite me actually mentioning him already in the show, I gotta go Tenru. I mean, come on. Like, the epitome of violence as far as, you know, in a non-hardcore sense. But maybe the most hardcore sense. Just a bad motherfucker. Arguably the greatest wrestler to ever live. One of the very few guys that's actually legitimately in that conversation. Hell yeah.
Good pick.
And he's literally immortal. He can't die.
Great value in
He's
round
got
4 here, Tanner.
Yeah.
That's a generational kind of pick.
That, you know, Tenru's a guy you can build a franchise around. For sure.
And being immortal, he's got that over 4 guys on the list already, so that's pretty good.
When people listen to this episode in 10 years, they're going to be like, that was Tanner's Bronny James.
That's exactly what they're going to say. Oh man, we've gone so long today, there's no way we're going to have time for WNBA Corner.
Oh no.
Shit.
I know Tanner was really looking forward to
Alright,
that.
next week, double the size of our normal WNBA talk.
Dude, I think next week's episode, we should not talk about wrestling. It should be all about the Olympics.
Okay, Chris.
I will not talk about the Olympics. You're so wild for being so interested in the Olympics.
Dude!
Who gives a shit?
It's like the one time every 4 years where
You're like, hey, can we like change up the whole Discord to talk about the Olympics?
Yeah, you
No,
did
like,
say that.
I-
You
I
did say that.
I literally said, should I add an Olympics channel?
You were the first
outside
person
of
that
sport?
mentioned the Olympics. It's not like there was so much Olympic talks you couldn't scroll through it.
But everybody's pumped. You watch. The sports channel going to be nothing but Olympics. How am I going to find out when the Braves and Dodgers tickets go on fucking sale? I'm not going to be able to find out because everybody's going to be talking about goddamn fucking water polo from the Olympics.
It's pretty cool that LeBron's carrying the torch, right?
Oh, for sure.
He's
Hey,
not
that's pretty
carrying the
cool.
torch. He's carrying the flag. Sam,
It's
fucking
whatever.
moron.
He's a part of the
Jun
whole.
Kasai, round.
There we go.
That's a good pick in round 4.
That's a great. God damn. I gotta say, I don't think anybody's made a bad pick so far.
I see one bad pick. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's pick 2 in round 2.
Mine?
You picked John Cena. That's disgusting to me. If he's in the top 10, I might quit the show.
You know what? I hope you fucking do, you
Great.
Gumi Kudo motherfucker.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
stop
here we go.
babyfacing John Cena. You're gonna martyr him into the top 10.
Oh, I get what you're
Martyr
saying.
him?
Talk about
Okay,
it.
You're gonna
all right,
martyr
all right,
him?
all right.
Yeah, Dan, why are you gonna kill John Cena?
I don't know. You've been gone for 2 weeks and your hero Trump got shot, is all I'm saying.
Jun Kasai, though.
Yeah, all right. Sam, back to
We
back.
heard,
That's a
we
great
heard
shot.
that the shooter had looked into John Cena and Kenny Omega's location, but went to John Cena because it was closer.
All I know is the shooter's last search was porn, and Dr. Lariat was really into that. Put the pieces together, people.
Kind of nuts.
Sam, you got to pick before we keep talking.
All right, Too Cold
Yeah,
Scorpio.
before we keep talking, Sam.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
Too Cold Scorpio. Take him off the board. I don't think anyone else was gonna pick him.
He just got
but-
arrested for stabbing somebody, so that's a really good pick.
Shit. I forgot about that. Timely. Fucking rocks. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if that rocks. Sorry, I don't know who he stabbed. I think they did die, right? He did kill them.
No, I think it was
Wait,
just assault.
what?
I don't think they died. I think it was just assault.
Too cold.
Oh, it needs staples. Great. That's fine.
How do you get stabbed? It only needs staples.
Don't say horrific picks, TMZ. You fucking clickbait pieces of shit.
Kind
Um,
of sounds like he was working.
Too Cold,
stab wound only
innocent.
needs
Sorry.
staples?
Here to tell you that.
I'm not sorry.
Only the all again. He's just a tremendous professional wrestler. I think I wanted. This is bad. I wanted like someone that kind of represented the indies, and they don't really have that. But Too Cold is probably gonna be the closest I get to that as far as like the 2010, the 2000s indies. I guess Ted Petty running things like that. And I've seen him live multiple times at indie shows, and he is incredible. He was incredible even in his older age.
Oh, the Too Cold
Just-
or 2CW? Because that kind of works.
Yes, he had actually. Let me tell you about that. He had a trilogy with New England's Slick Wagner Brown, formerly of Ring of Honor Professional Wrestling. But no, yeah, he Too Cold worked 2CW. Saw him a couple times there. He's amazing. Just one of the most impactful wrestlers I've seen live. It's pretty much him and Moose as the most like diff wrestlers I've seen in person. Which I don't know what that says, but here I am. And I've laid some groundwork with my 5th pick, and it's
Oh my god.
it's a low blow. It's a low blow to everyone on the panel. I'm sorry to do it to you. But I do think we should have Dean inducted in the first round. I'm sorry.
That makes Kudo look like I did it in good faith. What are you doing here?
Jesus Christ.
I was hoping I would have the last pick. I don't, but I think Dean should be. I don't think any of us would be here, kind of without the work. Him and Phil and everyone did, and Ripa did at Death Valley. And if we wanted to just say, hey, this is for DVDVR, cool. That's fine in general too. But I think Dean specifically kind of was impactful to all of us, and is impactful to a lot of folks that read our website, silly as that sounds. So that is my 5th and final pick.
Chris's next pick is Jesus Christ.
Santa
Lord
Claus.
and Savior.
Jesus Christ, we went through a lot of violence. Watch the
I've
Passion
seen
of
that
the
guy
Christ.
bleed, yeah. He's a bleeder.
Yeah, he was a bleeder.
That guy's bleeding like crazy.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing Zandig.
Oh shit! How is that not even on my board? I'm an idiot.
After like Sam's heart
Gotta throw out the big guns
tribute
here.
to Dean Rasmussen. I'm like, fuck it, Zandig.
The two pillars
The
of our
goat.
community.
God damn. I'm trying to figure out what way I want to go with this.
I wasn't even going to do another deathmatch wrestler, but then I just thought of Zandig, and I had to do Zandig.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not telling Tanner who I was going to vote for.
Will you tell us after?
No, he might have to save it for super. I don't know.
My last pick is
Future.
going to bring my last pick is going to be for something that has brought our community a lot of joy. That be people finding out about it for the first time this year, or people having enjoyed the fruits of the labor for the last decade. Give me Big Lav. BIGLAV.
Come on.
That's so dumb. You know what? I'd like to pick Dean's wife and daughter. I think they deserve to be here.
No.
Oh, you guys don't? Okay, all right. That's just my thoughts.
Jesus Christ.
What they fucking do for the community?
Shit. Oh my god. I don't fucking know. Who I lied. Okay, here it is. Fucking Takayama. Who gives a shit now?
Takayama, great pick.
Thanks. It feels great coming after Dean, Zandig, and Big Law.
No, I think you do need to put parentheses Big Lab, parentheses Parv. I think Tanner has to own the entire. No, he can't take an acronym.
No,
he needs to take the author.
You get to pick who you pick. You get to pick who you fucking pick.
Hey,
You're saying who a lot.
I just want to know
who.
I just want to know his first two picks are Jay Briscoe and John Cena. I wonder who they support politically. If they had thoughts.
Well, I don't think one of them's going to vote in the next election, so that's not a problem.
Shit.
I'd
also like to include all his daughters.
Why
all
take all these
17.
families, Dan?
I'm just trying to win.
Why are you trying to
here.
bring that back into wrestling?
I'm just trying to win.
Yeah, I didn't know you lost, buddy.
Oof. If John Cena,
ready to learn.
I know Santa's won't be martyr him, but John Cena, that's a dumb pick. I like Big Love way more than that.
Get ready to learn Joji, brother.
What?
When we have to
Anyway,
recommend-
so how are we allowing people to vote?
I've already made a Google form.
He's already made a Google form.
Perfect. Is it ranked or just 10 names?
No, just 10 names.
Perfect. I love it. You know what? This was fun.
This was actually.
I enjoyed this
was a good time.
exercise.
I think we should do this every 6 months.
Yeah, more than that seems excessive.
Yeah, 6 months seems fine.
But also, I had fun, so I don't want to do it once a year.
We're like in the middle of the year. We can do it, towards the end or the beginning of next year, and then another, winter, summer.
Yeah.
Like the Olympics that
Six
Tanner loves.
6 months from now is January. Good job, Dan. That was a really good job on your part.
What did I said the beginning of the end of the year, beginning of the year, right? That's.
Well, January's not the end of the year; it's the beginning.
I thought I covered
it's
both.
not
I thought I covered both.
It's not a question of when it
I
is.
thought I covered both of those, but
We're 21.154% of the way through our first year of Violent People Radio. How are we feeling?
shit.
Fuck, I guess we are almost like 2 weeks away from being like a quarter of a year old. That's actually kind of crazy.
We beat the episode 10 mark, which is what I've heard an important episode marker.
Yeah, I've also heard from somebody that's never done a podcast.
I've never heard that.
I'm gonna hear at Podcast Movement, which I'll be attending this year. See y'all there.
You flying us all
Oh
out?
yeah, you're flying us out.
Yeah, aren't you doing the Violent People panel?
Yeah. I'm going to Baltimore to do that.
I'm giving
it's Washington D.C. I don't know why I thought I was in Baltimore. That's gonna be a pain. I'm gonna fly to that. Okay.
If you're in Baltimore and you're
Yeah.
supposed to be in Washington D.C.,
I'm fucked.
I don't know how far.
That's a lot.
It's actually
That's much farther.
by the way, it's doable. Like you wouldn't be completely fucked.
Yeah, I don't want to do it though.
No,
I would
completely
thought
understand.
Baltimore's like a 5 to 6 hour drive. That's fine. DC's like 12 hours.
Oh shit, Ira Glass is gonna be there.
There's no
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah.
DC is a 6 hour further drive than Baltimore.
Oh, that's not true at all. It's
Yeah,
6
same.
hours. I'm driving that. Sorry. I'm
I was like, that doesn't make
not
sense.
sure why I said that.
I was like, there's no way that's fucking true.
Yeah, I'm taking the 6 hour
Do you
trip.
have do you have the standard pass, the plus pass, or the pro pass?
I think
He's got
standard.
fast pass.
I think the standard.
Oof.
Well, you know what? Once you get in the building, for me, with someone with real connections, that was sort of all that matters.
So like you
That's
don't need a pass to get into the pro pass lounge. You just walk right in.
Exactly.
That makes
Exactly.
sense. That
I
makes
just
sense.
walk in with someone that does have the correct credentials. And that'll let me flip right in.
Oh shit! I forgot to add something to that fucking quiz.
Anyway, so Skylar, if you're listening at this point in the episode, which I assume you are, let me know what's good in DC. What should I be eating? I'm gonna be there for a few days, so I'd love to get your intel.
Well, Skylar's
Situation.
a coastal elite. So Skylar's going to tell you every Michelin restaurant possible.
It's still gonna somehow be less expensive than the food you'd recommend, Tanner.
That's probably
So
that's
I'm
probably
excited.
True, yeah,
I'm excited.
That's probably actually true. Yeah.
Google Maps goes crazy. The little icons they have for the Lincoln Memorial and White House, spectacular. Anywho, sorry. Violent People Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was fun.
We
I
did it.
enjoyed that.
You did it.
I wish Dan took the last pick a little more seriously, but yeah, I thought that was fun.
How dare you? Let's do this fucking wacky line.
Shit. I will be 100% honest. I thought this episode was over.
You
I
wish.
thought we were
You
gonna do
fucking
plugs
wish,
get
and
the
so do
fuck
the
out
listeners.
of
But
here.
we're not. We're not. No
No,
one.
yeah, the jump
Should we
scare.
actually legitimately look into like sounds for the Wacky Line and Big Top,
Other than
other than the Discord air horn?
okay, all right.
Sitting in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Actually, can we get that?
You know what's funny?
song?
We did our top. We got some top five questions here. So it'd be funny to list us all draft of something else. Which the options here are cheeses and sneezes.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna do one question because this show I think is 78 hours long.
Is
Well,
it the question I just posted or a different question?
You just posted
I
a
don't-
question.
no, Sam just posted it. Oh.
Sorry, this is from PTO, but we can avoid this week. That's fine. He's got
We
lots of
may-
great questions. Lots of thoughts.
Well, I mean,
I do want to address. We got one question. This doesn't have to count as the question, but it's just this is also from PTO. Would Damu still be as good if he was a foot taller? Answer obviously is no.
No.
Yes.
he'd be better.
As the one short person here, I feel I'm uniquely qualified to answer this question.
Do you think you would be better if you were a foot taller?
Yes.
Yes. Undoubtedly.
No, Sam, I think you're perfect
tall
the
would you-
way you are.
I'd
Yeah.
be 6'3".
God damn.
I'd be a great height. I'd be a great height.
God
That's not
damn.
normal at all.
God damn. A foot taller, you'd be 6'3".
So Damu's at like 6'2", 6 foot even, possibly?
He'd probably be-
That's great.
Oh, the only problem is he might be in the Fed. They might have scooped him up.
They might have scooped him up.
He might be in New York at this point. Boys.
Yeah, this is all fair. This is all. you
He
have
would
to
not be in
assume-
New York, first of all. He would be in fucking Full Sail.
He's the right age group.
Okay,
How old is Damus?
he's got to be 40s.
Yeah, he's mid-40s, right?
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah. Sam, you should know.
I
I don't even see an age here. He's ageless.
Well, obviously.
Cage Match is telling me 43.
Okay, all right.
That seems about 5 years younger than I would have thought.
I can't send in this recording because I just said 43 like 5 times to my microphone and my microphone was unplugged.
So
I was gonna
now
guess.
the whole recording is
Fucked.
terrible now. Really?
Yeah, I'm banking on you, Dan. A lot.
Well, it worked out great last week.
I was gonna bank on like Sami Zayn being like a good age benchmark for him.
That's such a weird call there.
That's really weird.
It's not far off though. 3 years?
Is
Okay.
Sammy 40?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
They're of the same generation. So that felt right.
40 years old, already cooked. Who knew?
Oh yeah, he's cooking. I'll give you that, Dan.
Here's what I'm going to do as host, as official host here. My one question I'm going to ask you is to name your favorite cheese, your favorite sneeze, and your favorite Pokemon. Just one of each. Starting with you, Tanner.
Oh, I like that. You just
Well, I think that's gonna be tougher. That's gonna be way tougher.
I don't. You just got to do it. We don't have time.
I'm ready.
Go ahead,
ready.
Tanner. Go.
Cheese, provolone,
Whoa.
sneeze,
Stop. Already slow down. No, I'm sorry. Sneeze. Go on.
sneeze. When you're in your car right after you got out of the grocery store and you thought you wasn't going to make it in time, and you can just scream "fuck" as loud as you can when you sneeze. That's a good sneeze. Favorite Pokemon? We're gonna go. This is probably a basic bitch answer, but I have to go with Sceptile.
I don't know what the fuck that
Who
is.
the
So that
fuck
ain't
is
basic.
Sceptile?
There's a basic answer. Sceptile.
Sceptile is Trico's final evolution. It's Gen
Shut
3.
the fuck up.
Yeah, that's
Stop.
that's one I understand. And I like base my Pokemon knowledge as like anyone who knows more like anyone our age who knows more Pokemon than me is a freak. And anyone knows the same or less than I do is normal. And Sceptile fits the bill of being normal.
Yeah, Sceptile is like a 20-year-old Pokemon. Get with the fucking times, you fucking.
All right,
old
Chris. Give me your cheese, sneeze, and Pokemon.
dick.
Cheese. I'm going Havarti.
That's a good answer.
Number 2 pick.
Sneeze. I don't. Oh, they're all beautiful.
Okay.
And Pokemon, I'm going even more basic bitch than Tanner. I'm just going Squirtle. I love Squirtle. I love that little guy.
Love Squirtle.
I love that little guy. I've loved that little guy since I was 4 years old.
I'm in the process of potentially getting a Squirtle Squad tattoo. So hell yeah.
All right, Sam.
Cheese. Can I just go like a basic fresh mozzarella? I will next time consult with my cheesemonger to feel like, hey, what's my better options here?
I'm glad you picked that,
fresh
not
mozzarella.
burrata. I'm so tired of burrata.
Burrata, it ain't it.
It's
Most
ain't it.
overrated cheese.
I'm so
Truly.
tired. It's so trendy. It's get it out of my face.
That burrata and brie, 2 most overrated cheeses.
I would agree. You know what? Glad we could unite all of us except Chris, who didn't say anything. So I have concerns.
You guys said like I don't need a brie. I don't need
Okay.
a brie in my life.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not
Sneeze,
even top
I don't
10.
care for sneezes. I don't like them when I do them. I don't like them when I hear them. Sneezes, not my thing. Pokemon, also Squirtle with glasses. So,
Ooh.
Fucking Christ.
yeah.
Fucking 1,001 Pokemon. You picked the same goddamn Pokemon as Chris.
Shit.
Yeah. It was good the first time around, and that's kind of it.
Yeah,
with
Squirtle
Pokemon.
wasn't even. What? Okay.
If you're picking outside the top 10 in Pokemon, you're doing too much. You're doing
What do
too
you mean
much.
picking outside the top 10?
Okay, my
1 through
number
10.
one cheese is actually probably Havarti, but I'm going to say Gouda so I have something different.
Oh, okay. Great cheese.
Top 5 sneeze. Any sneeze that doesn't throw my back out is a win.
Yep.
Pokemon? Maybe the most basic of all, Eevee.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were saying Pikachu.
Say Pikachu.
I really.
I guess
thought
that is the most basic of all, but like Eevee's adorable. She's got all those little forms. She probably has like 700 now. And that's cool.
No, I still think it's just a 7.
I
no,
only,
8.
I only
Just a
Eevee-
7?
I only know 6.
Eevee has 8 forms.
Maybe only
Jolteon,
3 that I can name
Flareon,
confidently.
Vaporeon, Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon.
Sylveon
I
Greninja
want to throw up.
from La Resistance.
Sylveon is the fairy type.
You can't say those kind of things, man.
Sorry.
Yep. All right, that was a good episode, guys. It was only 3 hours. It flew by.
This actually isn't our longest.
No, it's really not even close to our longest.
Yeah, I was about to say for like 20.
Yeah, I thought we were going
Let's
to.
open it up.
I thought we were going to hit our longest episode the way we started.
Yeah, I really thought we were too.
Well, we all watched a lot of shitty wrestling, which really slows it down.
Man, I'm. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say it. Good episode.
I let the fans decide that. The listeners, the people.
There will be a form for the Hall of Fame Google Doc in the description of this podcast.
Probably on the Twitter and probably on the Discord too. I would assume.
Yes. Oh, should we?
How long do they have?
I mean, we have there's a punishment,
what?
so it can't be too long, right?
Do we want to give them until next week's episode?
Oh, and then the punishment will take place over the following week. I like that. We'll announce the loser on next week's episode. The punishment will take place on the following week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Wait, how do we define loser? Because there's not two
Well,
separate
I think
sheets
whoever
here.
has the least amount of
whoever has the least amount of
wrestlers on the final 10.
Yeah.
And if we get a tie, it's whoever put John Cena on their ballot.
Perfect. I love that one.
Okay.
Whoever. If there is a tie, flash Twitter poll, and whoever wins that loses.
Well, a good thing Tanner's not on Twitter, so we can lie.
We can just lie about the results. Okay. And if you want to go to that Twitter, it's at violent_people. And you should go to the site, violentpeople.co. There's like shit going up almost all the days.
Mm-hmm. The Wet Hot American Dragon summer piece that was supposed to go up this past Monday. If you're listening to this, it should already be up. But
also, you didn't know that possibly because we already had a Wet Hot American Dragon summer post when going up Monday.
Yeah, it was by
so as far as anyone's
someone
concerned,
on this podcast.
Everything's going as normal.
I'm not. I meant. This is what I meant. I meant the year piece.
I guess my piece doesn't count. 2,000 words of wasting my fucking time.
Well, you know who else thinks their piece doesn't count? Tim with 2010. Which it very much does count.
Oh, it's great. You don't think it counts?
Well, we kind of buried it. We kind of had a lot going on Friday. With MGF versus Ospreay.
Okay, the guy whose podcast comes out 7 times a week can't talk about something getting buried on the site.
That's so fair. That's so fair.
But
that's so he talks about a lot of ambition stuff. That Danielson ambition from 2010 rocks. It's great. It's amazing.
I'm almost in the GIF that he posts.
Ooh, from the Danielson and Kingston stuff?
Yeah.
I was going to say, you didn't go to Germany, so that's the only option.
Yeah, no.
Be crazy if Dan went to Germany for 2010 WXW.
I told him that I saw Danielson wrestle Kingston, Tim Donst, and Johnny Gargano, and the best match of the weekend was Kingston versus Delirious. That match fucking ruled.
And if you don't read his piece, go look at the art, because the art's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's great. But I did also write...
It's from Alicia McCoy.
Oh, awesome. I didn't know who did that. Didn't pay attention. I did a Wet Hot Rotten rewatch where I watched all of Danielson's IWA Mid-South matches that are not tournaments. Because Talking Tourneys is returning someday soon.
Whoa.
There we go.
I think you said that at the end of every episode of
the podcast. Is someday still coming?
You know what?
Are there no more days? What about you, Tanner? You got anything to plug? You writing anything?
There...
I fucking think so.
There has been some talk about potentially a stream this week. So twitch.tv/violent streams. Keep an eye out on that. If we do that, it will be on Thursday or Friday. And we will watch something.
Hell yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at Concrete1992, or I have bad tweets. I have not written anything in quite some time. Honestly, probably does not change over the next 2 weeks. But past that, the world is my oyster.
Someday soon, and I believe in you.
Someday soon. Bingo.
Damn, are you missing a podcast coming up then?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'll be here.
Okay. I was just wondering if we needed to find somebody.
We're really good at finding people, so
the numbers tell us it's got to be Ollie every time.
Ollie.
Chris, what about you?
Anyway.
You can find me at Fight Haskins. Boy, I should get that June Lucha piece out, shouldn't I? So watch out for that. Eventually. Other than that, like, subscribe, rate 5 stars.
Mhm.
On the podcast app, it's out of 5, so we know it's good. It's not infinite. But if you want to tell us that you would rate our show even higher, feel free in a review. That helps us when you write those and when you rate us. And yeah, please do that. Thank you.
Yeah, it helps us in the podcast charts, which I did see recently. We made it onto Australia's sports chart, which I thought was neat.
And I will never watch any wrestling from there. So, thanks for tuning in.
You're not rocking with
almost watched-
slacks?
No, I'm alright.
I almost watched Buddy Matthews versus Slex earlier today. So probably gonna watch by next week, guys. I'm supporting our audience by talking about their nation's wrestling.
Well, if anything, we should be finding some fucking Denmark matches.
They're already here, so you don't need to worry about helping them out. They've already got
They'll
support us.
They'll never leave us.
Also, like, you can go to our link tree in our unviolent_people. Go to that link. Give us some money. Go to Ko-Fi. Give us some money. That I would say, hey, we've put money into this website. But also, that money immediately goes to other people. So if you donate to us, let me tell you, it's gonna go somewhere else besides any of us four. Guaranteed. So
Yeah, I ain't seen a dime.
News to me.
and you're not gonna.
Yeah, I've never drawn a dime.
So
No,
that's
there
all
are
I got. I
actual
just wanted to say
statistics to show that I do not draw to this site.
I think it's cute, though.
I think we all do a good job. I think we've made a cool thing with the help of a lot of talented
A
people.
lot of really cool people. It'd be cool if we could throw them some change.
Oh, like Steph. Steph's great. They're starting their own blog, which is cool. They're still gonna be writing for the site, but they're also gonna have their own reviews.
That's crazy because Steph actually DM'd me and said, I'm starting my own blog because fuck Sam and his corporate nonsense.
Fujiwara.wordpress.com. He's great, and I'm glad we've been able to host some of his stuff. And yeah, this
2024 should be the year of the personal blog. I think everybody, obviously, visit.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
No,
That's
visit
really going
violent
against.
people.
It's the year of violent people. Write for violent people.
Yes, but also everybody should have their own blog. That's not about wrestling.
I say most of us
Everybody
can't
should have their
write
own blog.
like Steph, where we write enough that we can do our site and others.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, go commission something from Ali too. Ali's
Oh
great.
yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I've said it on audio, but our fucking logo and shit is so insanely sick. I love it so much. Shout out
It's
Ollie.
great. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's us. That looks like a real professional thing.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I loved Chris's, but Ollie's is just a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, it's a little cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Ugh.
Oh my god, this was a good last episode. Thanks, folks.
It's a good next episode.
Oh, you guys are gonna do
going
this
on
again next week?